History abounds with the tales of hugely tall men and women, but it's only in the past couple of hundred years that we have had medical explanations for the phenomena. Pituitary gigantism, Marfan syndrome, inchoate tallness, Sutor syndrome, and acromegaly are all conditions that can cause those afflicted to grow beyond the human norm. Pituitary gigantism is by far the most common cause of extreme height. It usually occurs due to oversecretion of growth hormone from cells in the pituitary gland or as a result of a tumor on the same gland at the base of the brain. Many of the world's largest individuals, from the tallest person ever, Robert Wadlow, to the world's current tallest living man, Sultan Kazan, have suffered from conditions related to their pituitary glands. Yet, the stories of the individuals affected by gigantism are as interesting as the causes behind their conditions. Watch on for the 10 tallest recorded people in the history. Number 10. Rahim Taqiyullah, 8 feet 1 inch, 2 meter 46 centimeter. Rahim Taqiyullah is the joint second tallest living person in the world. Alongside Iranian man Murtaza Mehzad, Taqiyullah also holds the Guinness World Record as the owner of the world's largest feet on a living person and the second largest in history at over 15 inches in length. Taqiyullah was born in Morocco in 1982, and his size is the result of a tumor that affects his pituitary gland. The tumor has increased the level of human growth hormone in Taqiyullah's system, and the effects are there for all to see. The Moroccan giant's condition was diagnosed when he was 18 after a school doctor, concerned about his unusual size, suggested that he should get a blood test. As you can imagine, Taqiyullah's stature causes significant problems in his day-to-day life. He can't stand up straight in the small flat he shares with his mother, and he has difficulty using a car or taxi. He also needs to wear special shoes designed by his orthopedic podiatrist to support his weight. Number 9. Dan Kohala, 8 feet 2 inch, 2 meter 49 centimeter. Danton, Montana-born giant Dan Kohala reached an incredible height of 8 feet 2 inch. His growth was normal until the age of 10, when he suddenly shot up at an alarming rate. He was the tallest man in the world from 1969 until his death in 1981. The inconveniences to Kohala's everyday life included him having to put 2 double beds together when he stayed in hotel rooms, a difficulty finding somewhere to live that had a ceiling high enough and no hanging light fixtures, and bumping his head when he had a cold. Kohala's twin sister was only 5 feet 9 inches tall, making the 29-inch difference between the twins a Guinness World Record. Number 8. Vikas Upal, 8 feet 3 inch, 2 meter 51 centimeter, contestate. Not a lot is known about Indian giant Vikas Upal's short life, and his tallest man claim is a controversial one. Born in the Rohtak district of Haryana in 1986, he was never officially measured by the Guinness World Records. According to the Indian newspaper The Tribune, Upal was 8 feet 3 inch and still growing as he was measured in his late teens. Indian news and entertainment website Rediff.com also claimed to have measured Upal in 2005 and reported that he was 8 feet 10 inch, which would make him the second tallest person in the human history. Other reports claim that he was 8 feet 9 inch, but his generally accepted height is 8 feet 3 inch. Notwithstanding such debate, tragically, Upal died on the operating table on June 30, 2007, when doctor tries unsuccessfully to remove a tumor from his brain. Number 7. Bernard Khan, 8 feet 2 inch, 2 meter 49 centimeter. Bernard A. Khan was born in Anthem, Lua on July 27, 1897. He suffered from infantile gigantism, which is an extremely rare condition commonly referred to as daddy long legs syndrome. Khan's exact height at the time of death is still unconfirmed. According to his WWR registration card, he was already 8 feet tall inch in 1918, at which time he was just 21 years old. When he died in 1921, aged 23, Khan measured 8 feet 2 inch, although, according to some sources, he could have been as tall as 8 feet 4 inch. Number 6. Sultan Kazım, 8 feet 3 inch, 2 meter 51 centimeter. At 8 feet 3 inch, Turkish part-time form Liberus Sultan Kazım is the tallest living man in the world. Like many of the other people on this list, Kazım's condition is caused by a tumor affecting his pituitary gland that has been linked to acromegaly. And as with Kohler, Kazım's growth rate was normal until the age of 10, at which point he quickly shot up to over 6 feet. The colossal Turk was unable to complete his education due to his staggering height and need to walk with crutches. An attempt to remove Kazım's tumor in 2008 was thought to have been successful, but in the end, it failed to arrest his accelerated growth rate. In 2012, it was confirmed that the super-sized celebrity had finally stopped growing. Number 5. Edward Birpre, 8 feet 3 inch, 2 meter 51 centimeter. Born in Saskatchewan, Canada in 1881, Edward Birpre also reached the incredible height of 8 feet 3 inches. As a child, Birpre had dreams of being a cowboy, but he may have changed his mind when he turned 17 and discovered that he could lift an 800-pound horse when he was 21. Birpre joined Burnham and Bailey Circus as a strongman and a circus freak. Sometimes Birpre suffered for his art, and he once broke his leg lifting a 900-pound weight. Towards the end of his life, Birpre suffered from tuberculosis and felt weak and dizzy after his feats of strength. At around 1 a.m. on July 3, 1904, feeling tired, he drank a cup of tea and began coughing up blood. He rushed to hospital but died at the same night. Number 4. Rainer Mallerin, 8 feet 3 inch, 2 meter 51 centimeter. Born in 1909 in Helsinki, Finland, Rainer Mallerin was 7 feet 3.4 inch tall by the time he was 21. What's more, he had a second-grade sprout in his late 30s, and by the time of his death in 1963, he was a towering 8 feet 3 inch, just like Carlson and Birpre. Mallerin served with the Finnish Defense Forces and is considered the tallest soldier who ever lived. He was also voted the 12th greatest Finn by local TV show Suuret Suomalaiset, mostly due to sarcastic, tongue-in-cheek internet campaign. Mallerin was confirmed as the tallest living one in the world from 1940 until his death at the age of 54. His hands were also an incredible 15.7 inches wide, which is the largest recorded hand Spain in the history. Number 3. John F. Carroll, 8 feet 7.5 inch, 2 meter 63 centimeter. Born in 1932 in Buffalo, New York, John Carroll was referred to as the Buffalo Giant in medical journals. When he was 16, Connor's incredible grade sprout kicked in, and it didn't stop until his eventual death in 1969. At one point, he reportedly grew 7 inches in a matter of months. Carroll was afflicted with acromegalic gigantism and suffered a lot during his short life, especially when it came to his spine. He had a bad case of two-dimensional spinal curvature, also known as kyphocollosis. In fact, Carroll's spinal curvature was so severe that it even made measuring him accurately extremely difficult. Number 2. John Rogan, 8 feet 9 inch, 2 meter 67 centimeter. At 8 feet 9 inch, John William Butt Rogan is the second tallest human being in recorded history and the tallest of African desert. Born in Tennessee in 1868, Rogan suffered a sudden growth spurt at the age of 13 and gained height repeatedly. Rogan's extreme size led to him suffering from severe ankylosis, a condition that leaves the joint stiff due to inflammation. This made it extremely difficult for him to better his weight and his feet. The African-American giant was not measured officially until his death, and although he was just less than 9 feet tall, he weighed in at only 175 pounds. Number 1. Robert Wadlow, 8 feet 11 inches, 2 meters 72 centimeter. Topping the list is Robert Wadlow, the giant of Illinois. Having reached at a height of 8 feet 11 inches, Wadlow is the tallest confirmed person to have ever lined. Born in Alton, Illinois in 1818, he suffered from hypertrophy of the pituitary gland, causing him to produce massive amounts of human growth hormones. This condition led to Wadlow's height constantly increasing throughout his life. By the time he was 8, he was already 6 feet 2 inches and weighed 169 pounds 77 kilograms. The Illinois resident was so large that a special desk has to be built for him in his school. Doctors at the time had no treatment for this kind of hormonal imbalance. Wadlow suffered from a number of ailments due to his unusual condition. He had trouble moving around his college campus because of brittle bone and needed to wear leg braces towards the end of his life. He also had minimal sensation